Hey everyone, so today I want to quickly talk about the importance of telling your parents about your eating disorder. Now, firstly, I know this category may not fit you because for some reason you may not have your parents, you may have a guardian, or I don't know your circumstances, but for this video I'm just gonna say parents, but it obviously can be someone who's looking after you, and sometimes sadly I know that some people don't have someone looking after them, and unfortunately I don't know what to say on that subject because I've never been in that experience or position, so I don't personally want to give my opinion on that because I truthfully don't know the best way to approach that situation. So yeah, I'm just talking about my own experiences really and what I have heard from other people. So here we go. um I I didn't actually tell my mum, but I did try. And when I first thought I had an eating disorder, um, I did try and tell her, but I didn't dare tell her because every time I nearly went to tell her, I was just like, "Oh no, I don't have a problem. I'm just being over dramatic. I'm being stupid. Get over yourself. You're too fat." Or do you know this thought process of you're not good enough, and thus proving I did have a problem, but I just kept digging that hole for myself and not telling anyone. And I remember the first time I nearly told her. I was in tears that night. I had wrote a letter to her explaining everything, um, about all my fears and worries and what I thought was wrong with me. And I was just in the letter, I'm sure I said something like, "Please take me to the doctors tomorrow. I want help." And I remember I got the courage to go into her bedroom. It was at night time, we were getting ready for bed. And I curled up next to her in bed. I was about 16 or something. And I just sobbed. I sobbed and sobbed and sobbed. And in the end, well, obviously, she wanted to know why I was sobbing. And I just made an excuse up. I was just like, "Oh, I'm really upset with my dad," which is another story in itself. But that was a liable, is that the right word? A liable excuse. So it would explain why I was sobbing so much. Like, she would take that excuse. And what am I rambling on about? Yeah, so that letter I then shredded the next day. I didn't want the evidence in the house of me having a problem. And the next time I was aware that she knew anything was when a teacher had rang her who was worried about me. And my mum from that point onwards knew that I probably had a problem. And I remember she questioned me once and she said, "Have you been throwing up in the bathroom?" I found like tomato skin in the sink plug, and I was like, "No, don't be stupid." Like, I backed it off like there was no tomorrow. I probably was a little bit too defensive, so that was probably worse. It probably was very obvious from my defensiveness that it was me who puked in the bathroom. But yeah, she knew from that point onwards. Um, but I still didn't tell her, and I actually went to the doctors with a friend. I get my fuzz and thirst mixed up. So I went to the doctors with a friend in the end, and I got help through her, and she took me to hospitals and stuff, and she was really supportive. And it was actually that friend who rang my mum and said, "She wants you to know that she has an eating disorder." So basically, someone else that I had asked told my mum because I didn't have the guts to do it. And I remember I didn't talk to her for the next 24 hours. I just refused to answer the phone, which is probably not the right thing for me to do, but whatever. And that is how my mum found out, and ever since then I have not regretted telling her. Now, the reasons I would have regretted in the first place telling anyone, it doesn't even have to be a parent here, it can be anyone knowing about your eating disorder. If a friend found out about my eating disorder, I would suddenly feel, well, that's it, I can't get away with binging and purging during the day because she'll know, like, or I'm gonna have to eat this around her because she'll be aware, she'll be watching me. I thought as soon as people found out, I wouldn't be able to do what I wanted to do, and it wouldn't be my secret, and it wouldn't be easy anymore. Not that it was easy, but you know what I mean. So I refused to tell people. Besides from the fact I didn't think I had a problem. Like, I did think I had a problem, but as soon as it came to someone thinking that I had a problem, I was like, no, they can't think I have a problem because I'm not thin enough or I'm not worthy enough of having an eating disorder. Like, no, I don't have anything wrong, I'm fine, I'm just a bit screwed up. So yeah. But telling my mum was like the best thing. Sorry, I'm going on, I keep referring to mum, but that's because it's a very significant figure in my life. I couldn't be here without her. I'm so grateful for her support. I still don't open up to her as much as I probably should, but you know, she's very aware of the foods that I react around, because over the years of her knowing, like the past 2 years, I've become comfortable enough for her to experience a little bit of my eating disorder, as in, and the way I react around food. And I won't eat that food, mum, because it'll trigger me, but I'll eat this. I won't eat that, and I'll eat this. Can we have this? I don't want that. Little tantrums that have become more and more apparent, which is a good and a bad thing. A good thing because, you know, I'm able to express myself, and a bad thing because I feel like I can't express myself, so I just will, and I'll just be like, I don't want that tonight. Yeah. She's amazing though, because I don't eat wheat and gluten, and she prepares all my meals without wheat and gluten. Like, she's so thoughtful for me. Everything she does, she makes sure it's lactose free. Yeah. But I think that's a really big thing in recovery. You really need to want to have recovery to recover, and because I didn't want people to know about my eating disorder, because I didn't want to get better effectively, I wanted to carry on indulging in the bad behaviours. I didn't tell anyone, and as soon as it became a really strong issue in my life that I wanted to get rid of, I told people for their support alone, and I didn't mind them knowing, because I had finally come to terms with the fact I did have a problem. And I think for everyone that happens differently for different reasons. You know, recovery comes to you because your health gets that bad, or you're so fed up of it, or there's something like you want to get pregnant but you can't because you're underweight, or you don't have periods and you need to gain weight, or, you know, I'm talking about an anorexic body here, really. Being overweight is just as bad, you know, having the eating disorder and being of a normal weight. You know, doing bad behaviours will affect your body, whatever your weight, effectively, really. Yeah, I've rambled so much here. I don't really know what I've said, and I don't think it's that beneficial for everyone, but I wanted to post a video because today is my day and I didn't really know what to say. So yeah, I was going to make a video about laxatives because I've struggled very much so with those. So if you would like me to still make a video about laxatives, I will make it next week. I hope this doesn't trigger anyone, but I have the box just here of the tablets that I bought the other day, and I have used them, and that's probably why I haven't made a video today, because it's a bit too close for home. But yeah, in fact I am going to make a video about them because they have pretty much destroyed my life, and that's the first time I've taken them in a good few months, so I'm a bit disappointed with myself. But that's a bit of a personal tangent that doesn't need to be mentioned on this channel. So bye everyone, I hope you're well. Oh, ow, never been able to do that before. Oh.